Welcome to End Communism. Imagine you're at home, in a city buzzing with life. Then suddenly, the world around you starts to change. It's late December 2019, and in Wuhan, a doctor, Wenliang, notices a cluster of patients with symptoms eerily similar to SARS. He does what any of us might do. He tries to warn others. But in doing so, he steps into a storm he couldn't have predicted. Dr. Li, just 33 years old, sent a message to his fellow doctors through WeChat, urging them to take precautions against what he feared was a new contagious virus. This act of foresight was met with unexpected response. On January 3, 2020, he was summoned by the police, accused of spreading rumors, and forced to sign a confession of his supposed crime. This moment encapsulates the often harsh reality of censorship in China, where the truth can be labeled as falsehood. When news of Li's death from the very virus he warned about broke on February 7, 2020, it unleashed a torrent of emotions across China. The public's reaction was profound. Thousands turned to social media to express their grief, anger, and demand for change. His Weibo page became a digital memorial, a place for millions to mourn. Comments like, "Dr. Li, I'm sorry we couldn't protect you," and "This is our dawn, but you won't see it," filled the space. His page became known as China's Wailing Wall, a testament to a collective mourning that transcended the digital world. The emotional impact was palpable. Families huddled in their homes, watching the world change through their windows, felt a deep connection to Wenliang's story. They saw in him a reflection of their own fears. The fear of speaking up, the fear of the unknown virus, and the fear of losing loved ones. This wasn't just about one doctor. It was about every teacher, nurse, parent, or friend who felt silenced or scared in those initial days of uncertainty. The public outcry was not just about Wenliang. It was a call for freedom of speech and transparency. Hashtags like "We want freedom of speech" and "Wuhan government owns an apology" trended, only to be quickly censored, showing the tension between the public's need for information and the state's control over it. This moment was a turning point, where many in China felt a collective sense of loss and betrayal, not just for Li, but for the truth itself. People shared stories of their own, of loved ones in hospitals, of the silence that fell over their cities, of the masks they wore, not just for protection, but as symbols of the times. One woman wrote, "Dr. Li, thank you for trying to protect us. Your silence now speaks louder than any words could." Others, unable to gather in public, found solace in the shared grief online, connecting in ways that transcended physical isolation. Wenliang's death was a catalyst for change. It led to discussions about whistleblower protections, transparency in public health crisis. Li was honored as martyr by the Chinese government. However, for many, this recognition came too late. A bittersweet acknowledgement of a life lost to a truth that should have been heeded. Let's remember Dr. Li, not just as a whistleblower, but as a symbol of the human spirit's resilience against suppression. Share this story to keep his memory and the lessons from it alive. Subscribe to our channel for more stories that reflect the struggles and triumphs of those who dare to speak out. Let's pledge to honor those who've been silenced by being the voices they couldn't be. Thanks for watching.